At the most prestigious high school in South Korea, where the country's elite gathers, Han Ji-woo struggles to fit in. He was the top student at his humble old school, but now, surrounded by geniuses, he's nearly at the bottom of his class, especially in math, the most crucial subject for getting into a good college. His classmates are wealthy, able to afford private tutors and intensive study camps, but Ji-woo is on student welfare and can't afford any of these luxuries. His math teacher, Mr. Kim Gun-ho, warns him that his grades won't be enough to get into a top college and suggests that Ji-woo consider transferring. One night, Ji-woo's roommates give him money to sneak out and buy snacks and alcohol for everyone, but on his way back, he gets caught by the night guard, Lee Hak-sung. The next morning, Mr. Kim pressures Ji-woo to confess who else was involved, but Ji-woo refuses to betray his friends, valuing loyalty over saving himself. This earns him both the attention of his classmate Park Bo-ram and a temporary expulsion from the dorms. After class, Ji-woo's roommates try to repay him for his silence, but he declines, stating that they are friends. They discuss other ways to bring in snacks, but it's impossible with Hak-sung as the guard. They mockingly call him the commie officer because he's a North Korean defector. Later, Hak-sung visits his doctor, who advises him that the night guard job is harming his health, especially his reliance on sleeping pills. Hak-sung, however, insists it's the only job he can get as a defector and dismisses the doctor's concerns. The next day, Ji-woo is expelled from the dorms, and Bo-ram teases him, saying she expected more from him. Later, Ji-woo returns to his family's small apartment, cleaning it before his mother returns from work. She's a widow who has worked hard to see her son in such a prestigious school uniform, and Ji-woo can't bring himself to tell her he needs a place to stay, instead saying he just came to visit. As he heads back to school, it starts to rain, and Ji-woo seeks shelter in an abandoned lab, where Hak-sung finds him. Feeling pity, Hak-sung invites Ji-woo to his office to sleep. While Ji-woo sleeps, Hak-sung notices his unfinished math homework, and by morning, completes it with perfect answers. Ji-woo is shocked to find his homework done and correct, but asks Bo-ram to keep quiet about it. After class, Ji-woo thanks Hak-sung and asks for help with his studies, but Hak-sung initially refuses. As days pass, Ji-woo continues to struggle with math while his classmates' private tutors also find some problems difficult. Realizing how special Hak-sung is, Ji-woo persistently asks him for tutoring. One day, Hak-sung overhears teachers discussing how welfare students like Ji-woo lack parental support and self-confidence. Moved by Ji-woo's determination, Hak-sung agrees to tutor him, asking only for payment in strawberry milk. In their first lesson, Hak-sung teaches Ji-woo the importance of understanding questions deeply, rather than just finding the answers, emphasizing that math is about the process of solving problems. As Ji-woo improves in math, he begins to notice more about Hak-sung's life, including his love for classical music and the loneliness of his existence. Ji-woo's math class is chosen to compete in the prestigious Pythagoras math competition instead of taking finals, putting immense pressure on the students. Despite the challenges, Ji-woo's secret lessons with Hak-sung continue, and he begins to excel in math, thanks to the unique methods taught by Hak-sung. However, tension rises as Bo-ram grows curious about Ji-woo's newfound skills, eventually discovering his secret tutoring sessions. As Ji-woo prepares for the Pythagoras test, he faces increasing scrutiny from Mr. Kim, who becomes suspicious of Ji-woo's rapid improvement. When the test results are leaked online, Mr. Kim accuses Ji-woo using surveillance footage as evidence and offers him a deal: transfer quietly or face public disgrace. Meanwhile, Hak-sung's past as a mathematical genius from North Korea comes to light on the news, revealing that his research could potentially solve the Riemann hypothesis, a critical mathematical problem. The revelation brings unwanted attention from both North and South Korean authorities, who have their own agendas regarding Hak-sung's knowledge. As the pressure mounts, Hak-sung decides to leave town, haunted by memories of his son, who died trying to return to North Korea after feeling betrayed by his father's decision to defect. Before leaving, Hak-sung makes a public confession during the Pythagoras award ceremony, revealing that he was the one who taught Ji-woo math and that it was Mr. Kim who leaked the test. He expresses deep regret for his past choices, but also gratitude towards Ji-woo for believing in him. In the end, Hak-sung is granted a new identity and citizenship, allowing him to disappear and start anew. Jiwoo receives a parting gift from Haksung, a special pen and the first draft of his thesis, symbolizing the knowledge and bond they shared. Years later, Jiwoo, now a college student, visits Haksung, who is working at a prestigious research institute, and the two share a moment of reflection and appreciation for their journey together.
If you enjoy it, click and subscribe and watch the next video.